What if I told you that some of the most expensive buildings in the world were disasters before anyone even moved in? We are talking about cracked skyscrapers, sinking hospitals, and bridges that collapsed before their opening day, all because of mistakes that were avoided. In 2026, the global construction industry is still hemorrhaging billions of dollars every single year from the same preventable errors. And the worst part? Most of these mistakes follow a pattern. Stick with me until the end of this video, because the last mistake I reveal is the one happening right now on major projects across the world, and it might shock you if you are in construction, engineering, real estate, or you just love watching billion-dollar failures unfold. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We drop content every week that the industry does not want you to see. Mistake 1, skipping the soil test. It sounds basic, right? Check the ground before you build on it. But you would be amazed at how many developers skip or rush geotechnical surveys to save time and money up front. The infamous Millennium Tower in San Francisco is the perfect case study. That luxury skyscraper has sunk over 20 inches and tilted more than 3 feet since it was completed. The fix? Over $100 million and counting. And the legal battles are still ongoing as of 2026. The soil beneath it was never properly evaluated for the building's weight. Developers thought they were saving money by cutting corners on the survey. Instead, they handed lawyers and engineers a blank check. Design errors that no one caught. Here is something terrifying. The Ronan Point apartment collapse in London happened because a gas explosion on one floor caused a chain reaction that brought down an entire corner of a 22-story building. Why? Because the design relied on each floor panel to hold up the next. Remove one, and the whole stack falls. This is called progressive collapse, and modern codes are supposed to prevent it. But even in 2026, design coordination failures are still responsible for 40% of major construction defects globally, according to industry research. The problem is that architects, structural engineers, and MEP teams are often working in silos, using different software on different timelines, catching each other's mistakes too late or not at all, using the wrong materials. In 2026, material substitution fraud is one of the fastest growing problems in construction. Contractors, under pressure to cut costs, swap specified materials for cheaper alternatives without telling the project owner or engineer. In Australia, the combustible cladding crisis affected thousands of residential buildings after flammable aluminum composite panels were used instead of fire-rated materials. The remediation cost has crossed $6 billion nationally. In some cases, the people making these calls did not even understand the implications. In others, they did and hoped no one would notice. Either way, the building owner ends up paying the price, sometimes with their lives. Poor project management and schedule pressure. Nothing destroys a construction budget faster than a project running behind schedule. But here is the irony. The pressure to catch up is often what causes the most expensive mistakes. Workers skip inspections. Concrete gets poured before formwork is ready. Structural steel gets installed out of sequence. The Champlain Towers collapse in Surfside, Florida, remains one of the most painful reminders of what happens when maintenance issues are deprioritized because of cost and management failure. As of 2026, post-collapse investigations continue to influence new condo inspection laws across the United States. Deferred decisions, deferred maintenance, deferred accountability. That is a formula for catastrophe. Ignoring technology that could have prevented everything. This is the mistake happening right now. In 2026, we have building information modeling, AI-driven project management platforms, drone site inspection, real-time structural monitoring sensors, and predictive analytics that can flag cost overruns before they happen. And yet, a significant portion of construction firms, especially small to mid-sized contractors, are still operating on spreadsheets, paper drawings, and gut instinct. The McKinsey Global Institute estimated that construction is one of the least digitized industries in the world, and that gap is costing the global economy over $1.6 trillion annually in waste, rework, and delays. The technology exists. The barrier is culture, and it is an expensive one. The common thread. Here is what every single one of these mistakes has in common. They were all predictable. Every collapsed structure Every sinking tower, every flammable cladding disaster, every budget blowout started with a decision someone made to save time, save money, or avoid a difficult conversation. Construction mistakes do not happen because people are stupid. They happen because of systemic pressure, poor communication, and a culture that rewards speed over accuracy. So the next time someone tells you a project came in on time and under budget, ask them what they skipped to get there. Because in construction, there is no such thing as a free shortcut. Someone always pays eventually, and it is usually not the person who made the call. If this video opened your eyes, share it with someone in the industry who needs to see it. And drop in the comments which mistake surprised you the most. I read every single one. See you in the next video.